Yes, and going straight into our second topic, Miriam. We're talking about sex taboo. You know, sex is a gift from God, yeah? Yet in our churches, pastors shy away from educating people about sex. So for the churchgoers, does your pastor, for example, educate his congregation about sex?
Yeah, he does.
The way I look at it, I think sex was supposed to be secretive, something you cannot even talk about in the open. I have a girl called Joanna. I tell Joanna, don't play with boys. I tell my son, don't play with girls. You're not supposed to play with girls. Go and play football. You're a man. So you don't go to the
But that's very generic. Ukimwambia sicheze na wasichana, anaweza kuwa anacheza football na hao.
Yeah.
You don't go into details.
Girls are very good footballers nowadays.
You don't go into details with them.
Let me tell you, there is a level how you go into details.
You should talk to your kids about sex. Kwanza be as open as possible. Kwa sababu usipowaambia, they'll discover it still. TV iko, there's hapo anaendanga kwa neighbor kuona movie hujua anaona nini huko, watajua tu eventually. And kuna siku atakuja utakuulize mami hii ni nini, utawaambia nini? Na heri wewe uambie so you can control. I am a Catholic and I'm not about to change, lakini they feature and then you know kuna scandal ya priests having sex. So I think hiyo pia ina contribute. They are not very at ease talking about it.
Ile kitu tunafaa kujua ni tukikaa tunaongea kwa mtu na mwingine kuhusu hiyo, tuwe tukikinga sana sheria ya Mungu, kwa sababu tunapokuwa tunakinga sheria ya Mungu mwenyewe ndio anakuja na anatusaidia kuishi bila hiyo maneno, kwa sababu ile sheria yake ni ukuwe na bwana yako na mwingine akuwe na bibi yake.
It is not taught in church. And I'll tell you, I don't know that my assumption or it's the truth. You cannot talk about stealing when you yourself you are a thief. And if you are guilty of something, I can say mostly you will not talk about it. We are human. Even the church, it is happening. People will ignore because even themselves, their practice is the same. Somebody will preach to you, or do this, do ABCD, and then you still caught up with the same things.
Mi church yetu waongei, juu father mwenyewe afanye hizo vitu. Sasa hizi funza watu jua nini.
Ana experience.
Nafikiri ndio maana afundishi, lakini wanafaa kufundisha watu.
At times the pastor from the main church anakam na akikam anatufunza vitu kama hizo, anatuambia like when you're in a relationship you have to have boundaries, like stuff like sex and what not the moment, like when you've had it with somebody you'll be wanting to compare like the comparison, huyu sika huyu. So when you're like it's you and you, if it's a chick, you have to keep yourself for your hubby.
JB, it's that time again.
Yeah.
Meet my favorite rabbit.
Yo.
Yes,
Yeah.
Si wote tunajua ngono ni mzizi wa binadamu, na kuelimia wengi hii topic ni tamu. Kuna mala utongelea na isiwe ni issue, nao kuna mala utaitaja iwe ni issue. Siongelee mbele ya wazee unless unapewa mawaidha. Ukiongelea na partner wako imekubalika kawaida, lakini kanisani nimeisema in churches mingi wanaiconsider tabu. Almost zote wakiongelea ni maajabu, lakini in real sense watu bado wanaidu. Ni sawa kutukana mkunga na kizazi bado kipo. Atita spoil society, churches wanargue hivyo. Si ati na fight kabisa, na beg to differ. Hiyo ndio opinion yangu, nimechant kwa speaker yako, peleka MATATU.
Nikakuja kuwapatia maoni kwa matatu. Ile ngapi? 4, 5, 6, 7, 25, 46,
Okay,
44. Kawangware massive. Hiyo ni opinion ya nani?
Achia rabbits amechant kwa speaker. Yako peleka nje.
Yes.
Sasa anapeleka nje. Tuendelee na mada hii.
This current times where the Kenya shilling is very weak against the dollar, and very many teenagers are sexually active. Unaona wanafaa kupeleka sex education mpaka kwa Sunday school.
Hao ni watoto, na sasa kuwaeleza hiyo, wakikuja kuuliza hiyo ni nini topic yenyewe inakuwa gaji, utawaambia.
I think sex should be sacred, so it's not really a sin. The only sin is when maybe someone is abusing this sacred thing.
So I think children or even the youth should be guided on how to go about it.
You have a guidebook, you'll go by it. Time yenye hauna, you'll be like so curious, unataka kudu, as in wasi ufilaji, unajua. But time uko na guidebook, you're like, oh, I was warned, you know, I was warned. You'll be having that thing, like when I do it, I'll get paid. Kasi jamarika, these are the consequences I'm gonna face.
Mtu hii anafaa kufundishwa akiwa mdogo, ndio grow akijua hiki tu si poa.
So when you support sex education in churches, unaona pia nafaa kuongea about homosexuality.
Yeah, I think they have to, cause like unajua kwa Bible God create Adam and Steve, ali create Adam and Eve. So why Adam and Steve?
Nowadays, when we are doing that sex education, the way I'm telling you is negative. That is when our children are having girlfriends at 75. Me, I was not taught, don't do ABCD. But I went to secondary school without even. I think when I started learning about girls, when I was in form 3. And form 3, that is about is very mature. And nobody taught us. I'm telling you, it's just about the way the life is changing. So these children, we see it from the TV. They hear it from friends. And at a certain point, when you teach something, it can be positive or negative. So you have to establish what you are teaching.
Nama boys, like, they do sex for money, and kuna pia mademu wanafanya hivyo. So like, I think kitu yenye inafaa kufanyika, like, they teach these young ones, because utaget size, watu yenye wako na 16 years, 12, wako na ball, wengine si atu wamekuwa raped, wengine waliget at their own will.
So we need to talk about it.
We need to talk about it.
So Miriam 106 Wakazioks, habari ndo hiyo. Yeah, and you at home, don't feel left out. SMS us 8398. Tell us what you feel. Should sex be discussed in churches, or it's a taboo to talk about sex?
And also on Facebook at Matatu Sema Kitu. Tell us what you think, and on Twitter.
Yes, follow us on MatatuKenya.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Lakini kwa sasa we have come to the end of the program. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yes. Huyu ni Miriam.
Na huyu ni JB.
Yeah, all of us watching us in the Charambas, you know, through, you know, we're being watched. They downloaded live. Matatu live, being Washington DC. We salute you, Obama.
Okay. Goodbye for now. See you next week.
Yeah. Enjoy your weekend.